Alrighty, I don't know which video this is. I don't know if I'm gonna split them into a whole bunch of different ones, but we're back again. Don't know which day this is, but I just took the heads to the machine shop today, and while we're waiting, I decided to do a couple extra things that needed to be done as well, like painting some interior pieces, blacking those out, because I honestly don't see too many people doing that. And then, woo-wee, look at that. Nice new transmission bracing, new motor mounts. And then there's a top dog bone mount as well that can replace that sucker right there. It's gonna look so much better. So, just gonna set up the good old time lapse on the tripod there, and you can watch me fight with this thing real quick. Yeah, absolutely did not care about filming any of this because this crap sucked. So as you can see, I got the car jacked up, and then I also have the transmission jacked up with a 25-pound dumbbell, and transmission brace is now in. I had to like take it apart 20,000 times and just tried making sure the bolts lined up and all that stuff, and then some of the bolts that are on the front of it and the rear of it were getting in the way of putting in the mounting bolts. So it was like, I mean, you don't even want to know how stupid that was. I do not regret not filming that. But we're currently going to be putting on the other bracing back on, and all these little rubber grommets and stuff. So I may film that, who freaking knows. But it's going back in, and hopefully this thing isn't trash, because I do not want to do this again. That was some crap. But now it's all cleaned up because these things were covered in oil and just gunk. I mean, all of this gunk basically. And look how nice and shiny that is. I don't get things all over my fingies anymore. But anyway, this thing's going back on, and you guys can watch it if y'all want. Finally got it through the freaking holes. It is into this brace now. I had to like jack this thing up like so many times and lower it back down to keep trying to get it to slide into its bolt holes. And I was even trying to use the crowbar over here to freaking move it into place, but after wrestling this thing for a minute, I freaking got it. So kind of hyped about that. Yeah, top of my nose now. Good. Pretty hyped. You may be wondering, Joe, why aren't you working with a light? Well, that's because I don't got one. This is my only light. It's this impact right here, and it's working, I guess, halfway decent. So, but I mean, yeah, we got it done. The transmission mount is in. She ain't going nowhere, especially without a motor. So let's just hope this thing stays. I'm actually gonna look up the torque specs for this crap, just so these bolts don't fall off. Now you saw how trashy that transmission mount was, but we're gonna do this dog bone next, and hopefully this does not take as long as that freaking did. That was insane. It was absolutely ridiculous. Oh. Transmission's crooked. Well, we got some good news and some bad news. Bad news, my transmission's crooked, and that mount that I bought is absolute crap, probably, considering the alignment is trash. Good news is, it's gonna be a lot easier reinstalling the old one. So, I shouldn't have messed with anything, and my night would have been a lot more simple. Heck, I don't even know if I trust this this wishbone thing that I want to put in. I bet it would have been fine if I left the transmission mount alone, but oh man, living and learning, I guess. But that's some crap right there. But I'm calling it a night because I'm not gonna deal with that trash for another 5 hours. So yeah. We're back. I gathered my thoughts a little bit, and turns out the mount fits fine. I got underneath it with a crowbar and just kind of moved it over and it clicked in. It wasn't moving from trying it from the top. So we're gonna continue with the old plan. Gonna install the wishbone now, and we'll not freak out about anything because hopefully everything will be smoothly going from now on. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Everything's fitting a lot better now. Pretty hyped about that. Now we have new motor mounts too. I'm debating if I want to do that because I know I'm going to get quite a bit more vibration with these. And these are basically brand new because these are coming right off the new motor. So they're only 35,000 miles old. So I don't know if I want to replace them or not. I guess we'll see. So we just got the heads back from the machine shop, and they're looking a lot better. They cleaned up some of the valves. It's not gonna, there you go. They sandblasted them a little bit, that's what they said. So some of them are a little bit cleaner, as you can tell. But, not all of them, but I'm confident that these things will become clean, or cleaner, once I put some heat through them. Start driving this thing a little bit harder. But currently, gotta get the rest of this gasket material off and then start replacing all of the seals, camshaft seals on these, and then the rear main seal, and also the crankshaft seal. And then I'll probably start on the water pump as well. And we're just gonna start swapping everything over, new sensors, or the old sensors from the old motor to the JDM motor. And then we're also gonna be painting this. We're gonna be painting it good old blue. And yeah, it's kind of where we're at. I don't know if we're gonna get it all done tonight. We will see, but I'm hoping to make a decent amount of progress. once you get the new water pump in there, you're going to want to tighten all these to 9 foot-pounds. Ish. 8 to 9. These I do to about 80 foot-pounds, and that should be fine. These right here go about 29. Since we're already here, might as well replace this one. Again, all of these are to roughly 29. Alright, so that's looking alright. This also comes in the kit, but I'm not going to install that new one until we install the new belt, because that technically doesn't need to go on until the new belt's on. But you guys will check this out. This is all painted. This thing is going to look sick. We gotta wait, I don't know how many hours or days or whatever until this thing's fully dry, but once it's fully dry, we can start putting all the new stuff, all the old stuff on, and then I'm gonna start putting some of this JDM piping on it, because this stuff is old and I think copper looking, it doesn't look as good. So I'm gonna put that newer, shinier stuff on. Plus I think I broke some of the hoses on the old stuff, so we'll just replace it with the slightly newer old stuff. So just cleaned up all the intake manifold surfaces on the heads, and also decided to paint the valve covers as well. This thing is about fully dry, and it's looking real nice. It's looking real good. I'm really hyped for it. So next time we come in, I'm gonna probably swap everything over from that, at least some of the things from that to that, like I said previously. And I actually cleaned up this harness a little bit to be a little bit more not covered in dust. So we'll get to that next time I'm in, and hopefully we'll be another step closer to getting this engine together. And I think if I have help, I'm gonna throw the heads on with the new head gaskets, do that whole sequence, which is gonna be crazy because there's like a million things you have to tighten and untighten and torque, retorque, whatever it is. It's so many things, but it'll be fun. We'll get it done, and I'll be back in like probably 2 seconds.